Hello there, nice slice here, coming at you from the Great White North, beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Today, we're going to be looking at the Churp. Oh, sorry. This is a little birdie, and this is the Churp. Don't know how I got those two mistaken. As you can see, it's made by Esee. Randall's Adventure and Training. And this is the Blue Ridge knife. C6 is the model. Now at first I thought that was a Bark River knife, but I was mistaken. It is a made in China model. Let's see what's in the box. All right, so here we have the Churp. Now, I ordered this one a couple of months ago. I had seen them in a couple of reviews and I thought it was a cool looking little knife. So I decided to get myself one, very inexpensive. Not expensive at all, these knives, but I ordered the blue G10 and apparently that's what this is, although it is more of a purple violet color in my opinion. That's okay, I don't mind it. So we'll just put that down there. You can compare it to this little yellow birdie. I'll give you another good look at that. This is a nicely textured G10 on the handle scales. Stainless steel liners with an open design. I wasn't too sure about this pocket clip at first. Seemed to be god-awfully big for this knife, but I must say that when you're actually using and handling this knife, it's not uncomfortable at all. Let's open it up. This is a two-handed opener on ball bearing pivot there. You can see there it is, the Churp. Let's see if I can get that focused in there for you. This is a D2 steel blade. And there is the Esee logo. I love that logo that's laser etched into this blade. There's a nice nail nick, and this is somewhat of a spear point, leaf shaped drop point blade. Call it what you will. I'm calling it a drop point, and it is a fully flat ground blade with a very nice little edge bevel on there. The only other Esee product I have is a collaboration between Esee and K-Bar, the Escobar. I did a review on that. Some of you may have seen that. But as you can see, this, all the hardware. This knife, you can take it apart for cleaning and maintenance. It is a liner lock. As you can see, the lockup is not huge, but that's okay. It's not a hard use knife. Blade centering is excellent. I did bring along a couple of other knives in my collection to compare the size to. For anybody who's not familiar with the Esee Churp, perhaps you will be with the Buck 389 Canoe. Very similar shape. It is with the pocket clip a little wider, slightly thicker than the Canoe, but for length and height, very similar indeed. And once again, for those of you who may be more familiar with the Swiss Army knife. This is the Tinker model. Very popular model there, so very similar again. I did also bring my Artisan Cutlery Biome slip joint. The carbon fiber, this is the thinnest of these three knives here, but as you can see, similar in length. So once again, we'll open this up. Very smooth. That liner lock, it has a large, most of my liner locks have a cutout on the handle, and you push it and the handle scale actually covers the lock. But in this, I'm calling this the liner lock paddle. It's quite proud above the scale, as you can see. Now, if you notice when I'm holding this knife, my finger rests almost perfectly in the groove of the pocket clip, and it is very, very comfortable. Extremely comfortable little knife. I was quite surprised. And it is sharp. I'm gonna get a piece of paper here, newspaper, to demonstrate hopefully just how sharp this blade is. This is a local flyer, it's very thin newsprint. That is quite a sharp little knife. Factory edge, and I have been using this. I carry this in my car with me now. Let's do some specs on this. So the overall length, just shy of 6.5 inches. Blade length, 2 3/4. Cutting edge is just over 2.5. Let's see what it weighs in at. .4 ounces. In grams, we have 68 grams, so very light in the pocket. Spine on that blade, 0.08 of an inch, millimeters, 2 mil. The height of that blade, 3/4 of an inch. Very good cutter. I do like the use of the D2. The ball bearing pivot is very smooth. I don't have a lot of slip joints with the ball bearing, but once again, this is not a slip joint. This is a liner lock, but it's very similar. I thought it was a slip joint when I first saw one. It's a very interesting little knife. So once again, the Esee Churp. There you have it.